Radio Restorations channel. I hope you guys are having a great week. Today we're going to be starting back on working on the cabinets, and I have made a command decision to work on the 9S262 cabinet instead of the 10S567 cabinet. I will do a little pre-video and explain why here in a few minutes, so you'll get to see that. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, I told you guys on the intro that I'd kind of tell you a little bit about why I made my decision to change up cabinets. We've got a show that I'd like to take some radios to if I can, if we get them done in time. And the 10S567 that we had was going to end up taking a lot longer because I'm having to double strip and look like maybe some parts triple strip because of whatever that finish was they had on there is reacting to my citrus strip, and it's not working well. So what I decided to do is go ahead and jump over to the 9S262 cabinet, which I should be able to get it done in fairly decent time and hopefully not all the extra problems with it. And so we're going to try to switch over to it for right now, and that way alongside the 9S262 chassis we're going to try to get those two done. At least I'll have the Philco radio and that radio to take to the show. Then if things go well, I'll go back to the other cabinet, and if I can get that done in time. But I just think we're going to run out of time, and that one was just gonna, we were going to end up not having anything to take except for the Philco 70. So we're just going to do it this way, and I hope you guys are okay with that, for me changing up on you. That was kind of like watching paint dry anyway, trying to get that finish off of there. It's still kicking my butt, I ain't gonna lie to you, but we will figure it out. And right now we're going to start on the 9S262 cabinet, so I hope you enjoy the video today. All right, and welcome to today's video. Today we were going to be doing another video on this 10S567, but after a lot of back and forth in my brain, we have the Ducktail show coming up at the end of September, and if I'm going to have any kind of cabinet ready, it's probably not going to be this one, because whatever the stuff is, this glaze that they got on there is affecting my stripping on this cabinet. As you can see, here is the base veneer right here. And whatever it did when they put that on there, it turned this into like glue. I mean, it's like almost impossible to get off. The other thing I ran into is I did a little test sanding on this where they had that faux finish. Remember, it was like a decal they have on there, and it made this kind of pretty marbly look. Well, we're not going to be able to replicate it. You can kind of see a little bit of it right there underneath there. That's what it looked like originally. But it's just a decal, and underneath there is just base wood. There's no veneer, so you're gonna either have to veneer that or you're gonna have to paint it. And I've opted that we're gonna paint that when we do it. So I did a couple little test sanding there just to see if that'll come off, and it will come off. And you can see underneath here, like, see right there is your base veneer, and it's beautiful veneer. But we got to get this finish off of here first. And so it's going to take a lot of work to try to get this done. So I think I'm just going to work on this on the side, and while I'm doing videos of this. So I made a command decision to go ahead and start on the 9S262 cabinet instead. And it's in a lot better shape, and we can run that stripper on here, and it should take that right off. What I'm doing right now is I got my little Bossage pancake compressor out, and I'm going to be blowing out, because this thing, remember, this was that huge mouse house. And so what I'm doing is all right, I got everything hooked up. We're back on the stand, and we're going to work on this cabinet today. I want to try to use up this last bit of stripper that we have. Now, there are some repairs that need to be done on this cabinet, but they're so minor, I'm going to do them after we get it stripped. So I'm going to try to finish using up this last bit of old stripper I got. I got one more bottle of old stuff I'm going to try to get, but let me grab it too. Trying to use up this old stuff, and that might have been part of my problem before, but we'll find out here. If it don't work very good on this, we'll know it's because it's old. This stuff gets kind of thick when it gets old. That way I can get rid of these 2 bottles and be done with them. Normally I don't do that many cabinets, I'll be honest with you. It's not my thing. But for the YouTube channel, we got to do a few, you know. Okay. I'm throwing both of these out in the dumpster and getting my new stripper now in a minute. All right, I got my my woven brush right here. I want to go around the edge right here and get that way we can get all this edge done. This radio is a lot easier because it don't have all those grooves in it. This one will be a whole lot easier to do. And I got it inside the garage, which should make it a whole lot better that way too. Because that way I can, you'll see the difference now between this and having that glaze on there. Man, I tell you what, that kicked my butt. I ain't gonna lie, that did. That was an education for me, man. All right, I'm gonna go get the rest of this stripper. And now I can confirm that this stuff right here it is about $24 a bottle for the big bottle. So okay, just gotta get a little bit more. That's how it's supposed to come out when it's new. See how thin that is and how easy that came out of there? That's what you should see, and that's probably why this stuff ain't working. Because it normally works really good. It's just making a liar out of me. Yeah, that's like night and day from the other one. I'm just going to spread some of this good stuff over into here. That's probably what it's going to probably give me the same fit. It's just lost its potency over the year. Well, 2 years I had this. It's about 2 years old. All right, I'm going to get some of that good stuff into there, and that way it can be doing its job. All right. And that is that. I probably should have never tried to start a YouTube video using 2-year-old stripper, right? All right, we'll be back in a minute here. We'll let that sit on there for just a bit. We're waiting on this stripper to get ready. It'll be ready here in a few. But while we're waiting on that, I went out and bought the golden oak is what we're going to put on the main body of this. I think it'll kind of be light enough for my liking. I like these cabinets look a little bit lighter because that way it shows up this burl that you got running down through the middle. See that pretty burl you got there? And if you do it dark, sometimes it hides that. It is quite a toasty day, so I'm not going to wait too long because I see this already starting. Now you see that it kind of turns that funny look. I can't explain it, and it might be because I got the old stripper on there again. I don't know. We'll find out when I try to take it off. But we're not going to wait forever on this because it's close. It starts doing that little crackly look, and you can kind of tell when it's getting close to being ready to take off. But anyway, I was just going to show you the grill cloth. The grill cloth looks pretty good. It's got a little bit of a dirty spot right there, but I think we're going to ride with this grill cloth. I need to blow it off. You know, it's got debris on it, but I think when I take my compressor and blow it off, it's just got that one little dark spot right there. But other than that, it's intact. It don't have any holes in it, and this is the original grill cloth. You can actually buy a reproduction of this online. I think it's on eBay is where you get it, and it's expensive. That right there is expensive. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that while we're waiting on this stuff to dry here. Okay, before I take it off, I want you to see, maybe you can see it now, is that crackly look that you see right there. That's when you know you got to get this stuff off. All right, I think we got our sound good. We got that good. I'm started on this cabinet trying to take this stuff off. I have come to the conclusion now that I've played with this, and I'm 99% sure that my problem I was having was with my old stripper. That stripper was real old that I was trying to use up. And the part that I had for the old side is giving me a fit coming off. But the part that I have for the new side is coming off pretty good. So it tells me that I probably shouldn't have used that old stripper. And that's probably half my problem is why I was having trouble getting this stuff off. I'm getting it all off of here real quick, and that way we don't have to worry about that. Because the new side is taking it right off the way I like to see it. And of course, you know, the heat makes a difference out here too. It's kind of warm today. And what I'm doing right here is I'm just scraping off the worst of this onto a paper towel, and then I'll come through and wipe it with a paper towel and get the rest of it. Uh, I'm just trying to get the parts that's going to drop off on the floor, you know. And I got my big trash can sitting over here to hold the stuff. Okay, let me try to get some of this wiped off now. And this heat is not your friend when it comes to stripping. The more you can get off here, the quicker. That's the less you got to deal with later. And it said on here today, it got to sit on there a little longer today. It said on there maybe 15 minutes. As warm as it is, 15 minutes is all it took. All right, I got the worst of that off. Now I'm going to take my wet one. And matter of fact, I need another really big wet one so I can. I'm trying to get that wet on there before it really hardens at a thin rate like that. Okay. Definitely the problem with the old stripper. That old stripper had chemically changed or something inside. I'm going to try another version of this with the new stripper on top, and I think it'll make all the difference in the world. Sorry about that. The top of this cabinet is really good shape. See, look how pretty that burl is right there. Nice. But since I mixed that old stripper and that new stripper together, we're going to hit this one more time just because from now on I'll just use that new stripper because I normally only have to have one pass at this and you won't get that white stuff like that. It's just real sticky, so there's definitely something wrong with the stripper. That's me trying to be a tightwad and not have to spend money. All right, I got most of that off of there except for where it's rolled around the front here, and I'm not worried about that because I'm going to do it again there anyway. Um, Yeah, the feeling of this stripper is nothing like it's normally feels. So that tells me that my stripper was just bad. I got most of that stuff off this side because that's where mainly it was a new stripper. Got a little bit that I left on over here, but I mixed the two together. Shouldn't have. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, and then I'm just gonna put a second coat on there and be done with it. Mm. This left side is way worse. Some people don't like cabinet work, and to be honest with you, I'm not real fond of it either. But this stuff has got to be done. If you want to do the whole thing. I'm just trying to roll the thick parts off of there, and that way when I put this second coat on there, it's going to go real easy. Okay, now I don't know with that still being somewhat mixed, you know, how that's going to come, but we'll figure it out. You can already see this 100% better than that other cabinet. Okay, I'm just going to put a light coat on, let it set for a few minutes, and that'll loosen that back up. But this is all the new stripper, so it should be better. I'm not going to let it sit there very long. All we're doing is breaking that free again. Maybe 5 minutes is all I'm letting it sit. All right, this is already night and day just by going to the new stripper. This is what it's supposed to do right here. When you take it off, you don't have to worry about that sticky stuff. It's not even sticky now. And that's the difference. That other stuff, that other stripper was totally bad. And now it's coming right off. And I waited about 4 minutes before I took this back off. Now, normally you would wait longer, but it's because it's so darn hot today is why. So this is what you do is you take it off like that, and then you wet it and wipe it and come back, but it's not tacky no more. And that's what I was getting, that horrible like tarry feeling. And this is what's supposed to happen. So I learned my lesson. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. See, now when I wipe it, it's completely that stain or that coating that's on there for the the lacquer finish is gone, and that's what I wanted gone. Okay, now it's not sticking to my thing, and you can see it's not leaving any residue this time. Maybe just a couple little spots, but that's probably left over from where that other stuff's still on there. All right, see how easy that come off of there? And there's not that big white chunks of stuff. It's like night and day. It's like totally like night and day. I'm not too worried about this stuff on the front because I didn't put stuff down there to catch that, because I know I'm going to do that front side too, which I'll lip it back the other way. So we're not too worried about that. All right, let's get this last piece off of here. Trying to use up my old towels here to catch this big bulk of stuff, because that way I don't have to waste another paper towel. You see that lighter color now showing through because we used the right stripper. It made me look like a fool, but hey, I'm learning from it. Not to use old, after a year, I would probably replace this stuff if you're not going to use it up, because that did not work well. All right, let's get the rest of this wiped off. You can see the whole difference, and this is what I wanted you to see on the very first cabinet, but I couldn't show you because I had the wrong stuff. So this is how it should look when you get done. It's like night and day. That's amazing, the difference. So my problem with that other cabinet was not that glaze. That problem was with me trying to be cheap. Okay, now we give it a good wash. This is what you should see. See, you shouldn't see all that big white clumps of stuff. Get down in these grooves. My gosh, that was so much easier. That's how you can get through a cabinet a lot quicker too, is by doing it right. This stuff down here is the stuff from the older stripper, but when I restrip the sides, it'll get that. You can see just a tiny bit of residue left, but nothing that the sander won't have. It'll just eat right off. Gosh, I wish I'd have started this way. Then you wouldn't be, because most people is going to say, I'm not using that stuff. And it is good stuff, just use new. It's like night and day. See, it's not sticky like it was. It was like almost like glue, like a fly trap glue. Now it's not. And that top is done and ready for sanding. Like that is done. I'm just drying off the rest of it. It's got a couple little pieces that didn't come off, but 99% of that came off that time. When that dries out, it'll dry out real light color. It'll be white, like you'll see it. Okay, now because that went so well, we're going to try to get one more side in here on this video. So I'm not going to do the front because that's a little more involved. I'll do the front next video, but I am going to do the side. Okay. All right, here we are. I got it on its side now, and we're going to try to throw some on here. We'll knock out this side, then we'll do the front next video, and maybe the other side. This is a lot better. I have my faith in my stuff again. Starting to lose faith, man. Thinking, what is this stuff doing? I've tripped over my pancake air compressor about 5 times sitting on the floor here underneath me. I had to move it. Thinking, really? And I'm saying about what I'm learning too is about 15 minutes is what it's taken in the heat that we got today. And the parts where I'm overlapping here that I've already been on, I'm going to do in about 5 minutes because I'm seeing that ain't taking long to haze out at all. I'm caking it a little bit thicker on the bottom, on the base. Okay, got that on there. We'll give it about, I don't know, we'll give it about, like say, 15 minutes, and then we'll come back at it. It makes sense now that I think about it. When you're using old stripper, well, what happens to this stripper if you let it sit on too long is it turns tarry like that, and probably let it sit too long in the bottle and it just turned tarry in there. Makes a lot of sense actually. I don't know what I was thinking. If there's anything left over there, I'll fix that on the front side. Okay, I gotta go get me a wet rag, get ready. I'm gonna start taking this off here in about 3 minutes. I already took the top end right there off, it was ready. And this bottom's almost ready. I can see it starting to crackle. Just putting a little bit of water on this down here that I just did. Whew. Mm. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking it off right here. I'm gonna have to hand take this off because it's just too hard to get in there with a putty knife. Mm. Okay, get my wet rag on there. This is exactly how that stuff's supposed to work. Like night and day, man. A little bit of sanding need to be done on this bottom edge. It's real jaggedy, but ain't nothing that can't be fixed. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of this corner bead. Now we'll get more back in there, but we'll get the worst of it out. Okay, I'm gonna start on this main body now. But as you can see, it's ready to come off, and it's taking it really well. This is exactly what it's supposed to do. Yep. Hit stop. Okay, all I got left to do is clean up this edge right here, and the rest of it I've got pretty good. I'm sorry, I had to, my wife just got off work and she pulled up right behind us. This is just rolling right off of here. I let the edge get a little hard on me. It's acting like the other stuff was. That's my fault, I just ran out of time. But that's all right. When I do the front, I can get that edge again. Notice a little chip in the veneer right there I didn't see earlier. Don't know if I can do anything to fix that or not. I may not worry about it. Yeah, I let this front go a little too long. The rest of this came out really good. Trying to get just a little bit more off this side of the edge because it just left a little bit of residue there. The rest of this is all your stuff's off of it, but a couple places. Doing the top and the side, which is a lot more than we got done on that 10S567 the other day. But it gives me encouragement on that one too. But doing the top and the side, we went through about a half a roll of paper towels. So it does use some paper towels. And I don't know if you can see it on camera. I really don't. But you can actually see where the finish is off and where it's not. And I just spent a little too long on this flat part and let the let this front roll get a little bit extra on it. And there's a little bit right back in there that got left. But I will keep picking away at that too. Most of that can be, it's down low enough where it gets sanded off. All right. Like I say, this right here is just going to have to, when I do the front, I'll redo that. All right, much better day today. We already got a third of this cabinet done. And next week, we'll probably only get the front done. We probably won't get the other side. But the front's got a lot of little details and stuff. And I'm probably not going to do it all at once. I'm going to do that in sections like I did that other one. But I'm telling you, it's going to go a heck of a lot easier. So, and what I might do is I might show you this end result. When this dries out, you'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what you missed and what you didn't miss. And yes, I missed stuff. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you. I just thought I'd bring you back for one more little video, one more clip. As you can see the difference when I put that new stripper on there, not the old. You can see maybe just a few little spots that you missed here and there, but as it dries out, you'll be able to see any spots that you might have missed. Like right there's a little black spot that got missed, but it's just goo, and it's some of that's just stuff off of here. So anyway, I just got to get down in these cracks a little bit more one more time. But anyway, once again, I thank you guys for watching today, and please like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. I would sure appreciate the extra people on here because I'm working real hard to try to get to 1,000 subscriptions. and we're getting close. That would help me a lot. It doesn't cost you anything to do it, and it would help me a ton. All right, I got down in those cracks one more time. All right, make sure you tell everybody about the channel, but you can see the difference that it did. It took all that finish off, and just a few little pieces here and there where you see it shiny, and the sander will get all that. But look how pretty that burl is going to be. Oh my goodness. All right, like night and day. And so, and this side's starting to dry out a little bit. Yep. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Have a good one. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of change up today. We got a good start on that, so hopefully we'll get done in time for our show coming up here. All right, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell symbol so you get notified when I have videos coming up. Make sure that you, if you're just a watcher and not a subscriber, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and it doesn't hurt you, and it really helps me. So I'd appreciate it if you would just help promote this channel and subscribe and bring more friends with you. That'd be awesome. Thank you. I just want to close out all my videos with this right here. This is my my motto, and it's going to be our channel motto from now on. It's sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. We don't ever want to lose. We want to learn from every mistake we made. I thank you guys for watching. There we go. I got like 4 ants trying to lift this big giant worm up over this wall. And they're trying to get enough help in here to do it. I don't know if you can see the worm moving. They kind of blend in right this minute. That is so cool. I don't even know how they can lift that thing. They almost had it over the wall a minute ago. There they go. He's trying to pull it over right now. Oh, they had the whole thing up there just a little bit ago, and then it fell back. There they go.
You got it.
That is unreal. Where are they going with it? Oh, now they fell down in there. Let's see, there's what, 5 ants on there? That's supper, buddy. That supper's going home tonight. Americans could learn a lot from watching this on resiliency. That's pretty cool.